Following the Clone Wars from the transformation of the Galactic Republic to the Galactic Empire, the Imperial army ranks were altered to meet the growing expansion of Palpatine's will across the galaxy. For the purposes of this video, I will focus on the ranks of the Imperial army from Legend source material, starting with the non-commissioned officer ranks. The Imperial army trooper recruits were the lowest non-commissioned rank and were known as the standard infantry of the Imperial army. Once promoted from a trooper recruit, they joined the enlisted non-commissioned ranks of 3rd, 2nd and 1st class trooper. A Lance Corporal was the lowest enlisted military rank, and their command within the trooper units would be limited to assist the Corporal. A Corporal was the next enlisted military rank and was second in command of a 9-man squad. A Sergeant was the next non-commissioned officer rank and served as squad leaders, or as assistants to commissioned officers commanding larger units and formations. The highest non-commissioned officer rank was a warrant officer. They were a technical and tactical leader, also provided training and leader development guidance, assistance and supervision. A second lieutenant was the first grade of lieutenant. This rank could command a platoon. The senior rank of lieutenant for surface platoons were often the lowest level of ground-based military commands. They were also often served as aides to more senior officers. The rank of captain was typically a company commander, who led a military ground infantry unit, normally comprising of around 150 troops. They also served as support officers, adjutants and aides in battalions. Although a commander was used to address various levels of rank, in the Imperial Army a commander was a set rank responsible for setting the terms of battle and then moving swiftly and decisively once the parameters of engagement had been outlined. When orders were given by Army Command, the commander's ability to follow protocol was often a deciding factor. As a core part of their duties, a commander would be required to deploy the correct units and order their appropriate use depending on their set objectives. However, the availability of their resources was always a determining factor. They would also continually monitor the presence of any rebel activity on the world occupied by the Galactic Empire, including activities of the criminal underworld. The rank of Major typically commanded an entire battalion and led units in the region of 1,000 troops. This rank held the command of an executive officer over TIE fighter formations comprising of 72 fighters. A major would act as a senior advisor to colonels, generals and Moffs. A colonel was an equivalent rank to the Navy rank of captain. In the Imperial Army, the rank of colonel was divided into grades. The lowest grade rank was a lieutenant colonel, who commanded a regiment up to 4,000 troops. However, a high colonel was the highest rank of colonel, commanding a battalion of 4 to 8 regiments, totalling over 10,000 frontline troops. The command of a battle group represented a significant military resource, usually deployed for extended campaigns against organised enemies. The rank of general was the highest military rank in the Imperial Army, and would denote the overall commander of the army. A general were typically senior officers posted to command ground troops, special operation forces and starfighter commands. The rank was comparable to an admiral in the Imperial Navy, and the military rank hierarchy consisted of a couple of other grades of generals such as brigadier and major general. The next level of senior officers were the appointed ranks. A Moff could be personally appointed by Emperor Palpatine or an Imperial advisor. They commanded an entire sector group and comprised of both Imperial military and intelligence units. Those who became close to Palpatine or privileged enough were appointed as a Grand Moff. The rank was created to subdue priority sectors who rebelled against the Empire. They held the authority to command both Imperial Navy and Army military resources, and were senior over any Moff or planetary governor. However, this rank had less political influence on Imperial Center than compared to an Imperial advisor. Although a Grand Admiral was the highest Navy rank, it outranked all political and military personnel, including Moffs and Grand Moffs. Appointed by Palpatine himself, there were only ever 12 Grand Admirals who formed the Emperor's inner circle to commanding the Imperial military. And finally, the rank of Grand General was an equivalent to the Imperial Navy rank of Grand Admiral. While there were 12 Grand Admirals distinguished by white uniforms, the only known example of a Grand General was Malcor Brashin, who appeared to wear the standard olive uniform of a line officer. The rank was mainly an honorary position, and only a few Grand Generals were ever appointed by Palpatine. Subscribe to the channel for more Legends Imperial videos, and please leave a like and a comment on your Star Wars views. Thank you for watching, long live the Empire, and as always, may the Force be with you.